What's up guys, I'm here with another video, welcome to episode 148 of Let's Build the City. Today we're building a newsstand. Let's build a newsstand.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make your very own newsstand for all of your city building needs. If you enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. And if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing, clicking that little bell next to the subscription button, and making sure that you have all of the notifications turned on. And if you really want to help me out, try and watch this video all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started. This is the amount of space required to make your newsstand, a 14 by 10 block area as represented by the white concrete grid on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make if you do feel as though it will help you out. Here are all of the materials. To make your newsstand, please do make sure that you have access to all of those and enough of them as well. So now that we have all of that stuff, we can get started. Step 1, ladies and gentlemen, if you have made your grid, come all the way to the front right hand corner of it and count inwards diagonally 1, 2. We're going to start off by placing 4 green concrete on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to extend this row of 4 green concrete backwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And we do want to extend the entire row backwards as well, just like this. Then extend the 5th row across by 9. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the entire row once again can get extended just like this. Now on the left side here, things are a bit different. We're going to extend the left side forwards an entire row. We're then going to take the bottom, extend forwards by 3. 1, 2, 3, just like this. We're then going to extend to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Leave a gap of 1, and then place a black concrete. Extend up to 1, 2. Place a red concrete, and then a blue extending right. Destroy in the ground underneath the red and blue. And then you actually want to dig an extra row backwards as well. Place sea lanterns in the ground where you just destroyed backwards. We want to create a backdrop of quartz, or at the very least white. Well, just white in general really, so it doesn't matter whether you use quartz or white concrete, but if you use your upside down smooth quartz stairs and just stack them on top of each other like this, then you'll get the effect that we're looking for. And we want to place upside down quartz stairs on top of the sea lanterns. Flower pots on top of these stairs like this, and then we want to place sea lanterns on top or behind the blue and red concrete, so we kind of want that nice fridge look. Then when it comes to the side of the fridge, we're going to fill this in with light grey concrete later, but you can kind of just place some green concrete just behind where the fridge will be here, just to create a wall, but we'll probably use light grey concrete for the side, and also just down below here too. Also just dig this block out as well. So we can place some glass in front of the fridge too, just like this. And if we just make a little space here, we'll be able to place the light grey concrete later. We're going to place green concrete all on top of the fridge area, just like this. So we just want to extend it forwards, and it just wants to sit on top of the black and red and blue, just like so. We want to extend the green concrete one row forward like this to create an L. Then we want to extend a row of smooth quartz slab left like this from the top of the green concrete. And the smooth quartz slab wants to extend all the way left until it is basically even and level with the rest of the stand. Join it to the back of the stand using green concrete. And then we're going to fill the top of this area in using green concrete as well, just like this. If you want to use more pots, then we can place a pot or so, just kind of like back here, just along the side of the stand, just as decoration. But I'm starting to think that now we should probably move on to some new materials. I think that we've gotten everything we can out of those ones. So, light grey concrete, string, white carpet, red carpet, oak trapdoor, polished andesite stairs, bookshelves. We're actually going to need some of the old ones back too, but first of all, string in front of the smooth quartz slabs like this. Then on top of the string, white carpet, red, white, red. If you want to change the colour of that, by the way, feel free to. You might be happy with just one row of like little canopy, or you may want another row of it. It doesn't really matter, it's completely up to you whether you want to add one. You can even extend it over to the right if you like, but I quite like it being a bit separate. Like, I like that one half is, I just like that it's a bit asymmetrical, that's all. Okay, so the spruce wood planks are basically, it's just a box, so we're going to place a couple of spruce wood planks just over here on the left. We're going to use the oak trap door as kind of like a, I don't know what to call it really, just kind of like a guard, so that you can just like walk in and out of your stand as you see fit. We're going to place a polished andesite stair just over here on the left as a till. The bookshelves, I mean, you can buy so many different things at one of these stands, so bookshelves are kind of like a good all-rounder block that is just like nice and colourful and varied and mixed. Spruce trap doors are going to be placed just underneath the top row of bookshelves like this. And now I think that we can use some of these materials again. Okay, so we need black concrete, we need spruce trap doors, but we also need, say, like item frames, weighted pressure plate, paper, all kinds of books. So book and quill, enchanted books. We need a potion of night vision. That might seem. So over here on the right, the reason for the black concrete is here is just going to be a sign. Now we do also need another material for this, but we need to delve back into the materials anyway later. But if you place a black concrete and then a couple of spruce trap doors, kind of like up to meet it and across the top, item frame in between, and then I like to use a fence gate like in between these. In between the bottom, and it just looks like a sign. And in the sign you can put like a newspaper as an advertisement, or food, or you know, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Over here on these spruce planks, I'm going to place like a weighted pressure plate, and then one on the floor in front of it, and we can even use like a smooth quartz slab here, and we can have like an item frame, and we can put like paper in that one. And you can, by the way, if you wanted to, you could do this like all around, like especially like towards the back, like behind the stand if you want. you can honestly, you can just you wanted to, you could there, and we can even use like a smooth port slab here, and we can have like an item frame, and we can put like paper in that one, and you can, by the way, if you wanted to, you can do this like all around, like especially like towards the back, like behind the stand, if you want. You can honestly, you can just kind of like pepper the entire area with just like papers and stuff. I mean, you could even do it just in here too, right? So like just stacks of papers, and just so that they're kind of like strewn about the place. Like it just makes sense that they're here too, right? So like just stacks of papers, and just so that they're kind of like strewn about the place. Like it just makes sense that they would be everywhere. It's a newsstand, there'd be papers and magazines. Item frames along the front, and I like the idea of having a book, a quill, enchanted book, strewn about the place. Like it just makes sense that they would be everywhere. It's a newsstand, there'd be papers and magazines. Item frames along the front, and I like the idea of having a book, a quill, enchanted book. You might think enchanted book is a bit silly to have, but that's completely up to you. If you want, you can occupy these item frames with something different, like you could put food in these. I mean, that sort of looks like a cigarette, and I suppose you'd be able to buy those here as well. But like, I'm going to put a little bit of food in here too. I want an item frame on the fridge, so that's going to be here on the left, or you could even have them. You could have them like strewn all about the place. Is that a word? Strewn is not the word that I was looking for, but I'm only going to have the one. And we need a painting and a button. So for button, I'm thinking it's kind of like a door handle, so one can open the door handle. You could even use a fence for this as well if you wanted to, or perhaps like an end rod might be a little bit more satisfactory. A fence would be good because it'd be, but then again, I mean, that kind of looks like a door handle as well. It would be in front of the glass, really, but I mean, you know, we don't necessarily have to. I really didn't want to put one there. So we could have like this, or you could have them side by side. So it's like, or you could have it there. You know, like there's so many different ways to decorate this. So I want a little painting just here. I'm specifically looking for the yellow one, that one, because it's nice and colourful. You could even have like one off to the side here as well. We need our light grey concrete, and by the way, end rods won't be in the item list because buttons are what I would actually use probably. I don't know if I like that, I'm going to figure that out. But I'm going to have place light grey concrete under here and under here, and then probably green concrete behind it, but you can just see that, well, actually, you can't even see, can you see? But I'm going to have place light grey concrete under here and under here, and then probably green concrete behind it, but you can just see that, well, actually, you can't even see. Can you see that? Can you see? No, you can't see any light grey underneath there, so I guess that was a bit futile, but anyway, that doesn't matter. So that's a good amount of detail added now. I don't think we're not missing too much here, but we have a couple of banners to make, a couple more item frames to fill up, and oh, that's silly me. That's what this potion light vision's for. There we go. Just do advertised drinks, and again, you can place them here, there, and everywhere. You can have things hanging off in places. Like it's completely up to you. But let me get all of the banner making stuff, and then we can continue on. Okay, so we actually need a lot less stuff than I thought we do. Spruce fence gate, smooth stone, loom, white. white dye, black dye, bread and cookies. And if you want to differentiate any of the materials that we have around, then of course you're going to want to grab those too. And it's also worth mentioning that as we destroy the ground, we're going to have to grab some more pressure plates, but what can you do? Plus, we might even chuck a couple of lanterns along here, maybe even a couple more pavers. We'll see as we progress. But anyway, first of all, spruce fence gate underneath the side here. Then we are going to place, let's do the banners because they're my least favourite. So let's crack open the loom and let's do our first set of banners. So place a white banner in the loom, all of the black dye because I don't think that, oh, I guess we will need the white dye. The first letter that we want to make, we're going to write news first, so that's going to be vertical row of black on the left, vertical row of black on the right, diagonal row, top left corner to bottom right corner, N. Then next is going to be E, so that is a horizontal row of black across the top, bottom, middle, and then vertical. Row on the left, then the most annoying letter, W. So we want to have the bottom triangle like this. Grab that, chuck the black out, throw the white in. We want to have like the bottom triangle Z, so plural, set of teeth. It sort of looks like a set of gnashes. We then want to throw the white out, put the black back in, and then vertical row of black on the right, vertical row of black on the left, which leaves but one letter for news, unless, okay, why that didn't want to go in there for some reason. I guess the limb doesn't like S's. So black row across the top, black row across the bottom, diagonal row top left corner to bottom right corner, news. But that's not all we want to do. We're going to attempt to make a banner that sort of looks like a newspaper of sorts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after a lot of experimentation, I think we've figured it out. So, we're going to start off with a white banner, black dye, and the field masoned pattern of sorts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after a lot of experimentation, I think we've figured it out. So, we're going to start off with to make a banner that sort of looks like a newspaper of sorts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after a lot of experimentation, I think we've figured it out. So, we're going to start off with a white banner, black dye, and the field masoned pattern. And that's what we want to start off with, the kind of like brickwork pattern. Grab that, put that back in, throw the banner pattern out, throw the black dye out, and throw some white dye in there instead. So, we're going to start off with the vertical stripes, put that back in, throw the banner pattern out, throw the black dye out, and throw some white dye in there instead. So, we're going to start off with the vertical stripes, grab that, put that in. Then, you can either go for the cross like this, but I'm thinking it might just be kind of cool just to like put a line through the middle, just to kind of like, just so that it sort of looks like paragraphs, like this. Grab that, put that back in. If you want to give a further appearance of paragraphs, you might want to like take a chunk out of the top left corner, or perhaps the top right corner, something like that. We're going to grab that, put that back in, put a border around it, like this. Grab that, put that back in, and finally, just to soften. Now this is optional. I'm not actually sure which I prefer here. Okay, so I don't know whether I want to add a gradient to it, just to kind of soften things a bit, or I don't know whether I want to leave it. So what we can do is we can put one of these up, because I'm quite happy with this. So we can put one of these up like this. And actually, that actually looks quite good without it being softened. I quite like that. So that, yeah, I'm quite happy to just have that there, just hanging there. We could put one of them to the side if we wanted as well. You could do all sorts of things. I mean, I don't know what happens if you put one in here. Oh, you can even use one in there. I didn't realise that. How could I not know that? But yeah, anyway, whilst we're at it as well, we're going to place bread and cookies in here. It just seems like, you know, whatever you want to use to kind of like fill out the area, you know, you can do that. we should probably place the news banner that we made a long time ago. So here we go. It's out, a little bit of out of order. I guess we have Snoo at the moment. I'm sure that probably means something. But NEWS. So that's basically directly placed above where we have the fridge area. Honestly, this is the area sort of done. The only thing that I can think of is if you wanted to add like a drinks machine, or if you wanted to add just a corpse or lantern, or, you know, just little peripheral things like these machine, or if you wanted to add just a corpse or lantern, or, you know, just little peripheral things like these. Honestly, like these stands are almost like the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin. Like they have so many different things like crammed into them. Like you could do all sorts of stuff. Like you could even like use some heads as well, but because they sort of look like toys, you know. So, and maybe like even a bell. Like again, it's just something that, I mean, you could hide it away somewhere. Maybe just like hiding on the floor or something, you know. That's why it's kind of like it's kind of like the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin or something. Like they've just got a load of weird random stuff about. At least I found like you can get all sorts of stuff. But anyway, once you're sufficiently happy with the area, I'm going to recommend that you dig it out and you assimilate it with your sidewalk material, your pavement material, so whatever that may be. So my pavement material is almost always, I mean, it is always smooth stone. So it doesn't quite matter what your particular pavement material may be. I mean, do you like to use cyan terracotta? Yeah, whatever it is, regular stone, it doesn't matter. That's the material you want to use. So for me, as I keep mentioning, probably mentioned it 3 times now, I use smooth stone for the pavement. So these are to be placed on the streets. So if you've got like a large area that you kind of like, what do I even put here? I don't even know. Like if you just kind of got like a weird gap, one of these would be absolutely perfect. So I don't know how prevalent these are in everywhere else, but like, I mean, in cities and maybe even like towns, busy areas, I mean, these are, you know, you're going to see some of these. So I do just have to replace some of, well, I'm destroying some. Honestly, some of the heads, it might seem like a weird choice to have like heads in certain places, so you know, feel free not to add them. Maybe even the bell might be a weird choice as well, but what I was trying to get at was that I kind of like having the Steve head there for some reason. What I'm trying to get at is that it's kind of like it's a one-stop shop for like little weird things that you might not expect to find. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually fully completed. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is what your new stand will look like once it's been 100% fully completed.
I have finished and built a newsstand. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building a newsstand. If you did guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so don't miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day guys. Peace out.